This is the horrifying story of a man who got a brain-eating amoeba from a water park in 2018. Luckily though, this is an extremely rare occurrence, and from the years 1962 to 2018, only 145 cases of this have been recorded. Out of those 145, 4 people did survive. First, before I start the story, let's get a little background about these brain-eating amoebas. These amoebas are single-celled organisms, often harmless, but one particular species known as Naegleria floweri has gained infamy for its deadly potential. So how does this tiny amoeba wreak havoc on the human brain? Let's find out. The brain-eating amoeba loves warm, stagnant water, and it enters the human body through the nose, where it begins its treacherous journey to the brain. It travels along the olfactory nerve, it feasts on the brain tissue, leading to a rare but devastating condition known as PAM. The symptoms are swift and severe, and resembling those of bacterial meningitis, but with a sinister twist. Now you might be wondering, how can you fight back against this microscopic invader? Well, the clock is ticking once symptoms appear, and time is of the essence. Rapid diagnosis and treatment are critical, but unfortunately, PAM is often detected too late for effective intervention. And now we're going to find out how someone got one of these things in a water park in North Carolina. So it was 2019, and a man named Eddie Gray went to a water park and discovered a lesser known problem: brain-eating amoeba. And something interesting to note is that if Gray had just swallowed it, then the amoeba water would have just become his pee and presumably worked its way into some other park visitor's mouth. But the main threat is when it goes through your nose and make its way to a deeper part of the nasal cavity. It will then burrow its way to the brain through the olfactory nerve, like I already mentioned. When the amoeba starts to chow down, the victim's immune system will respond by sending thousands of white blood cells to fight it, which ends up in your brain becoming a war zone. But you might be just saying, well, let's just avoid water parks so we don't get any of these amoebas. Well, water parks are not the only place that you can get these from. You can get them from the water inside your own home, still lakes and ponds, really any water that is warm enough where these things can grow and flourish. Unfortunately, there's really not much you can do, and the one good thing about these is they're extremely rare, so you shouldn't really have to worry at all about them. Now, before we spiral too far into the abyss of fear, let's appreciate the delicate balance of nature. This amoeba plays a role in the ecosystem, contributing to the decomposition of organic matter. It's only when circumstances align in a certain way that it becomes a threat to humans. If you enjoyed this short episode, make sure to subscribe to start to finish as we continue to explore the wonders of the natural world.